On the ruins of Zero's 4, warp storms rage unceasingly, and a cataclysmic battle unfolds. The Death Guard, led by their Primarch Mortarion, has descended upon the planet, bringing their plague-ridden warband to claim yet another world in the name of Nurgle. Against them stands the Grey Knights, the Emperor's most elite warriors, summoned to halt the spread of chaos and bring an end to the festering blight. Leading their forces, none other than the legendary Grand Master, Lord Draigo, who has come to prove that even the foulest corruption cannot stand against the light of the Emperor. Will the Death Guard claim yet another world, or will the Grey Knights stop the spread of sickness?
I'm Brad, and today I brought my Grey Knights. I'm running a Warpbane task force. I'll start with my characters. I'm running Brother Captain Stern. He'll be hanging out with a group of 5 paladins with 2 psi cannons. I brought a Brotherhood chaplain today with the enhancement Paragon of Sanctity. He will be with a 5-man Brotherhood Terminator squad. I brought a Brotherhood librarian. He's alone and hanging out in reserves, getting ready to come down and do something useful. I brought Castellan Crow, and he'll be leading a brick of 10 purifiers with 4 psi cannons. I also brought Draigo, who will be leading a group of 5 Brotherhood Terminators. In addition to that, I have a strike squad. Nothing special about them, all Stormbolters, all regular weapons. I brought 2 Nemesis Dread Knights, equipped one with the sword, one with the hammer. They both have the flamer and the heavy psi cannon. And then I did bring a Culexus Assassin, who is also hanging out in reserves.
All right, sounds good. As for the Death Guard, I have Mortarion as my warlord. I brought along Typhus as well. I have a Malignant Plaguecaster, a Lord of Virulence. Both the Lord of Virulence and Typhus will be leading 2 3-man units of Death Shroud. I have a Foul Blight spawn, a Biologist Putrefier, and then for battle line, I have 3 units of Plague Marines. I got 1 Hellbrute. I got a Fetid Bloat Drone, 3 Myphetic Blight Haulers, and 2 Plague Burst Crawlers. Welcome back to another battle report with Warpmasters. I'm joined by, once again, Brad. Thanks for coming.
Hello.
He's going to be playing his Grey Knights against Death Guard today for a nice grudge match. He did bring Draigo, and I did bring Mortarion. So, we can have a good, battle, hopefully, and see who comes out on top. If you're not familiar with the lore on that, you can read up on that. But they are not the best of friends. Let's just say that.
Yeah, they're not particularly fond of each other.
So, nice little grudge match here. We are playing Supply Drop. Middle objective will be disappearing on turn 4. As well as the objective here on the left will be going away on turn 5. So should be an interesting match here to see what happens. Let us go ahead and see who's going to go first. I think we were talking before, and you kind of wanted me to go first. I think I'd probably want you to go first, but we'll see.
Sounds like 10th edition Warhammer. We both want the other one to go first.
Well, that's a 2. And that's a 5. So that will be on you.
Yeah, Grey Knights, turn 1.
All right, so let's see. What are you going to get for your secondaries?
So I've got Engage on all fronts, which I would have preferred to get if I'd gone second, and Storm Hostile, which is the first battle round, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that and try again and get Recover Assets instead.
All right, nice.
And I'll start moving and we'll see what I come up with. So I'm putting these guys so that they're still hidden behind the obscuring. so that you're not going to shoot at them, but they're a little bit farther up. And in all honesty, I think that's my turn 1.
All right.
As boring as that is, and I'll be discarding both of my cards.
Both of them. All right. So.
No, you know what? No, I'll keep engage. I should get that next turn. I'll keep engage.
Sounds good. So you'll be at 3 CP. I'll be at 2 going into my turn. As for me, let's see what I get. So I have Bring It Down and Marked for Death. Also not great for turn 1. I guess what are your Marked for Death targets?
My Marked for Death targets, I will start by picking the 2 5-man Terminator squads that have apothecaries. And so 1, 2, and my third, you can try to wipe out Castellan Crow. If you whittle him down enough, he'll do more damage to you. So I'll pick those 3.
Sounds good. So I will do some moving. Let's go here. All right, my movement phase pretty fast. Kind of just staging Mortarion behind the wall there. I moved up my bloat drone just to tag the objective. I did roll a 6 on my advance with my Plague Marine unit there just to tow in on that objective. Make you have to come out is kind of the goal there. Can't really sit around and do nothing for too long. These guys are just going to sit back, kind of wait. Left my other units to cover space just because I know you can pick up units in Deep Strike. So I want to try to cover as much ground as possible to stop you from getting in on my deployment zone. I think I have pretty good coverage here, at least for the time being. So that's going to be it for my turn. I will discard Marked for Death end of turn because I think that one's going to be really hard to get and it's not worth keeping at this point, I don't believe. I will keep Bring It Down because you may, bring the Dread Knights out.
My Dread Knights have to do something.
So yeah, that's going to be it for me. I'll go to 3 CP and then 4 going into your turn.
Yep, and I will decide what I'm going to pick up. So I will go ahead and pick up this Dread Knight for 1. Trying to decide how aggressive I want to be.
It's fair.
I obviously do need to do some damage on this turn, or things could get complicated for me. At least I need to start scoring some points of some variety.
Yeah, start of your turn. Do you get points for holding?
I don't know yet, because I'm still at the end of your turn. I think I will... Sorry, the end of your turn is the longest part of my turn. That's how this works.
Feels like cheating.
I could get Draigo and friends over there, and then they would immediately die. So, I think my next best bet will be... I won't be able to get on there, but I'll be able to pick up some stuff. I'm not going to charge you. You've got fights first, but I can do some interesting things. I think the next thing I will pick up Castellan Crow Squad. No. I'll hold them in reserve. I'll pick up the Paladins, because they could be interesting. That's 2. And then finally, I will go ahead and pick up... I'll pick up the Strike Squad. My home objective is stickied, so removing them from the objective for this exact moment isn't going to hurt me any.
Cool. Sounds good.
And let's see, I still have Engage on All Fronts from last turn. I do need to remember that. I still don't know if I'm going to get it this turn, in all honesty. And then I have Extend Battle Lines, which I might. So I'm continuing to be pretty cagey. I'm hiding most of my stuff out of line of sight. I was able to line both of my Dread Knights up for some shots over into those Plague Marines over there. I'm not going to shoot him completely off the objective, but I've managed to take this objective off of him since Dread Knights have an OC of 4 versus this guy's OC of 3. So at the very least, I should be able to score something, or at least defend a little. Mortarion will have a very easy charge into these two next turn if he wants to, but he's not going to kill both. He might kill one. And then that'll open him up pretty well. So I'm going to see what I can get away with by shooting the 2 Dread Knights into that squad over there, see how many of them go down, and that's the whole plan. We'll see what happens.
Sounds good.
So, I'm obviously not going to be charging you or anything like that, but I did move in such a way that both of these are wholly within 6 inches of a Purifier squad, so they'll be re-rolling all hits because they count as being in my Purified zone.
Very nice.
And what's the toughness on Plague Marines?
They're T5.
T5. Fabulous. So what I will do is, I think I'm going to spend a strat since I have so many CP. I think I'm going to give this Dread Knight here reroll wound rolls of 1, assuming that that stratagem is not purely for Purifiers. Yeah, any Grey Knight unit. So I will go ahead and spend one of my CP, one of my 4 CP, to give this Dread Knight rerolls 1 of 1s to wound. So I will get 6 shots.
And I'm going to spend a CP for Cloud of Flies, so they're going to gain stealth.
Sounds good. All right, so I'm going to be going ahead and I believe it's 6 shots. I'll be hitting on 4s now. Yep, hitting on 4s, 6 shots. Re-rolling all hits, and then wounding on 2s, re-rolling 1s. Cool. So hitting on 4s. Nice and statistical to start. 3 hits, and re-rolling because I'm in my sanctified zone. Look at all those 3s. That was useful for you.
It was.
And then saving on 2, and then wounding on 2s. That is 3 at AP2, ignores cover.
3 at AP2. All right.
And those are 3 damage each.
3 damage each. That will kill 3 guys.
Cool. I'm going to rinse and repeat with the second Dread Knight. Same thing. 6 shots, hitting on 4s. Oof. Only 2 hits this time, but re-rolling everything, so I'm wholly within 6 inches of Crow's Purifier squad. 3 hits again, and then wounding on 2s, but this time I'm not re-rolling anything. That's 3 more at AP2, ignores cover.
AP2 ignores cover. I saved 2 this time.
Nice. So just 1 more down. That is, unfortunately, the end of my turn at that point. I was able to extend battle lines. I'm still holding my home because it's sticky, and I mean, I did wander a Terminator onto there anyway. So I will extend battle lines. I will not get engaged, and I'll be honest with you, at this point, I think even though I could get it easily in future turns, I'd rather just get rid of it and hopefully draw another kill one.
All right.
So I will, in fact, trash engage at the end of the turn, going back up to 4 and going up to 5 on your turn as you go up to 3.
All right. 4?
4, correct.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Let's see. As for me, going into my turn, still got Bring It Down. Going to get Engage as my other option. Definitely doable, but we'll see just how easy it is to get. For movement phase, I do owe you a battle shock over there, so let's see if we pass that on those Marines. And I do pass that, so
nice.
They are good.
So you will get 5 points.
So I will get my 5 points for that. That will put us at, what is the current score we have?
That will put us at, right now, 15 to 15. My 5 points from extending, yours from holding a primary.
Sounds good. So we got 15 to 15. Let's do some moving now. right, so that is it for my movement phase. Moved Mortarion up here, try and get a charge off. I moved the blood drone up a little bit, keep him within 6 now of my contagion range. Moved these guys up a little bit just to kind of threaten the range in the middle and just slowly move up. I advanced my Plague Marines so they can slowly come towards this objective, as I do imagine I'm going to have to kind of start to try to do something over here. I did deep strike my unit of Death Shroud with Typhus in his backfield, make him actually have to come and deal with them. They're relatively hard to kill, even though there's only a few of them. They do have some flamethrowers and some decent shooting, anti-infantry 4+ on the flamethrowers. And he does have some psychic shooting, which is nice. I moved the guys up more close onto the objective. I did take a lot of damage last turn, and that was unfortunate. But, you know, what are you going to do? So we're going to try to kind of pick off some stuff this turn. I'll probably shoot the Plague Burst Crawlers maybe into those small unit over there. See if I can clean those up possibly, is kind of the game plan here. And that's, I think, about it now. Maybe try to score, bring it down this turn. And I do think if I can make that charge roll, I could actually get engaged on 4 quarters. So that's kind of my game plan.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So let's do some shooting really quick. So first, I want to start off with the Plague Burst Crawler in the back there. Going to be shooting into your unit of what is that? Purifiers back there?
That's just a strike squad.
Strike squad. Sorry.
You got it.
So yeah, let's start with that. Really quick, double check on this measurement. I don't think you're within 6. Not so. I'm not going to give you that modifier right now. Oh, and Mortarion is choosing his reroll wound rolls of 1 right now for his option.
Good choice.
So let's do some shooting.
And it is worth noting that I did try to overwatch Mortarion, and while I got a few hits, I was unable to make the wounds convert.
That did happen as well. But yeah, so let's we got the only one that's going to matter. The other guns can't see, so it's really just going to be the Plague Burst Mortar, which is D6 plus 3 blast. So let's
D6 plus 4.
Yep, that is pretty good. 10 shots.
Not a great start for me.
Not a great start. This is a great start. What are you talking about? So 10 shots, not terrible, but hitting on 5. So
5s.
Or sorry, 4s. So let's see.
I was gonna say, I didn't know you had guard mortars.
No, I have better guard mortars. Just misspoke. So bam, bam. These do have lethals, so these 3 6s are auto wounds.
And those 2 3s will go.
Yeah, those miss.
And then you'll wound me on 2s.
And then I do wound you on 2. No, these are strength. Yeah, 8. So your toughness 2 or 4. I mean.
Yeah.
So that is 5.
And they're at AP 1.
AP 1.
And I've got cover, so these will be 2 up armor saves for me.
Exciting.
I do fail 1.
So
you will
one
kill
dead
a
guy.
Grey Knight, and I'll make your charge just a little bit longer.
Nice. Well, you know, happens. It happens. And then the other mortar is going to do the same thing. Your obviously your 2-up army wide is going to make it a little bit harder for my mortars to get damage through, but it's still worth shooting because
always.
Okay.
It's only 9 shots this time.
It's only 9 shots this time, but you know, I'll still take it. I'm not going to complain.
I'd like to see a lot of 1s, 2s, and 3s right now.
How about you see
Lots of 1s, 2s, and 3s right now.
another 2 6s
That's true.
and 2 5s and 2 more, so that's 4.
Okay.
Now you
4,
get some 1s and
2
2s.
ups. We're okay.
Sad. Not really surprising there, but still had to try. Gonna go ahead and shoot Mortarion shots. So he's got a couple different profiles. One of them is going to shoot, I guess, where do we want to shoot at? So we have the Lantern, which is, what's your toughness on the Dread Knights?
The Dread Knights are toughness 8, I believe. I will double
T8.
check. Although this one is currently T7, as I'm within contagion range.
True.
Let's see. They are, in fact, toughness 8.
T8. Okay, I will shoot this one with the Lantern, and I will shoot Rotwind into... Do I want to shoot that? Strength 7, AP 2, 1 damage. Ooh. Is your T7 on him? So actually, let's just shoot everything here.
Fair enough.
See if we can maybe deal some chip damage. So first, we got one shot with the lantern. Oh, that's 6. It's D3 sustained, if only. So strength 9, wounding on a... That will work. So it's AP3.
AP3.
Currently, your armor
so
is
this will be a 4-up invulnerable save, which I will pass.
Nice. And then these ones are D6 plus 3. Blast, which doesn't matter. So that's 6 shots. And these are dev wounds on... and they're lethal and dev wounds.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I can reroll hit with 1, so I do 2s. So that's
Cool.
2 lethals.
And then 4s, yeah? Strength 7 to my now T7.
Right. 4s. So
4.
2, that's 4 at AP2, and then, yeah, so 4 ups.
Yep, 4 ups. I passed 2, failed 2, and they're 1 damage each, you
1
said?
damage each.
So that takes me down to, I believe, 11.
Nice.
It does. Down to 11.
All right. Any other shooting? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and do some charging. Oh, yes. Actually, I do have some more shooting. Thanks for reminding me there. I
You're
do
welcome.
have my unit of...
Everybody gets 1.
I do have my unit of Death Shroud over there with Typhus, which actually does matter. So let's go ahead and shoot those guys really quick. I have the Plague Burst Gauntlets. So I have 4 Plague Burst Gauntlets because 2 for the regular guy, or 1 each for the regular guys and 2 for the leader. So that is going to be 4d6 shots.
So 10.
10. Oh, I go up a CP this turn. Did I gain a CP yet? I'm wondering if I want to CP reroll that one.
Yeah, I have you sitting at 4 right now.
Okay, cool.
So you spent 1?
Yep, I spent 1. So I'm
down
at
to
3. Which actually was worth it because I did get a 6 there.
Nice.
So that's 10, 15 shots. So 6, and then 5 more in here. These are anti-infantry fours. They do ignore cover. Not terrible. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
All right. AP?
AP 0. Ignores cover.
Well, 2 ups anyway. I passed every single one.
Gross. And then let's go over to Typhus.
I mean, AP 0 against Grey Knights is always going to be an interesting one.
It's true, it's true. So that is going to be D3 mortal wounds.
Sounds good.
4, 2.
One of them goes down to 1. You were shooting at paladins at the end of the day?
And that's going to be it for shooting. Let's do some charges.
Sounds good.
So Mortarion's going to charge. If I believe I double checked it looked like a 5 when I last checked.
It is worth noting, I have to do this, I believe, at the start of your charge phase. So just to preempt it, just in case, I will spend a CP over here to make your charge longer. So at the start of your charge phase, I pick an infantry squad. I am wholly within my hollowed ground because I'm in my deployment zone, so it will be a -2 charge. So if you do choose to make a charge here, it will be 11 inches into my paladins.
Cool. Sounds good. So yeah, charging with Mortarion.
That'll do.
On a 9. Oops.
You're charging that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then let's see, we'll have these guys attempt to charge over here because that looks like a 7. 1 inch. So let's see if we can make that. That is a 9.
That'll do. I'm glad I didn't spend the 1 CP over there because you still would have made it.
Yes. All right, and finally, I will charge with them just because, well, I don't see a reason not to, really.
Yeah, you might as well.
So let's see. Nope.
All right.
Opposite. All right. So I think we'll spend the CP on Mortarion over here just to have him gain sustain, but it is going to be sustained 1.
Sounds good.
So let's do that first because I think that is going to be the one I want to do the most. So let's see. So that is 1 sustained.
Fair
and
enough.
a lethal. So we'll take out the
So
one
we get
for
a
the
lethal, and then I'm obviously within your contagion range right now, so you will wound me on 2s.
Yes. Rerolling ones. All right, so that's going to be 6.
So I have 6 4-up and vulnerable saves to make on that Dread Knight. And you know what? I will CP one of them anyway, because I don't need CP for a lot yet. So 1 goes through, that Dread Knight will take 4 damage, you said?
Correct.
Cool. So that Dread Knight will go down to 9. I will spend my last 2 after that to interrupt you over there.
Okay.
Because I think that would be a really nice thing to do. I will double check, but I believe it's 3 attacks each on the strike squad. So it's not a ton, it's only going to be 12, but it's, you know, it could be worse. Yeah, it is. It is 12 attacks over there. These are going to hit you on 3s, and I believe that per the rules of the detachment, I will be re-rolling 1s just because I exist. Yes, so I'll be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, because I'm a Grey Knight that exists. A couple 2s, 1-1. Cool. 6s don't do anything fun for me, and your toughness over there would be 5, so I will wound you on 3s. I'm strength 6 with everything in melee. That's going to be 2, 4, thank you, 2, 4, 6, 8 at AP 2, 2 damage each.
8 AP 2. Save 3 of them. So I kill 1. So that'll kill actually the whole squad.
Woo!
All right.
That's a good 2 CP spend there.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Unfortunately, it means that I just removed a couple of assassinate targets for future turns, but that's okay.
All right.
And then I guess my Dread Knight just fights you back?
Yes.
I did not expect to wipe you, I'm not going to lie. I really didn't. But I'm glad I did. So I'll be using my greatsword. I'll be using the strike profile. It's going to be 5 attacks hitting on 2s. Didn't realize, I forgot they moved up to hitting on 2s. That's kind of bonkers. And re-rolling 1s.
All right, perfect.
All right, so 2s, re-rolling 1s. Nothing but 2s and a couple 1s. Fabulous. And these are going to come in at only strength 10 on the sword.
T12, so it'll be
yes, so I will be wounding you on 5s, no re-rolls, nothing fancy. It just is what it is. No wounds.
Nice.
So we just sort of exist.
All right. So engage. I will get for 3 quarters because you did kill that unit, unfortunately.
Yes, but Morty is wholly within, so that will get you some points there. And bring it down. You did fail. Would you like to keep it or ditch it?
I will probably keep it because I do think, you know, there's just, on your turn, still a chance I could score it.
Okay.
So that is it for me.
Sounds good.
So going into your turn.
We both gain a CP. I have you going up to 3, me only going up to 1. It is what it is. Oh, at the end of your turn, do I want to pick up anything? Yeah. Draigo's squad is going to pick up, because that makes sense to me.
All right.
Because after all, the whole reason for this is to see if Draigo can be mean to Morty again.
Yeah, we'll see.
And I don't think I really have to pick anything else up right now. This is kind of a problem, but not that big of one. So I think I'll just sort of see what happens over here.
Fair enough.
That'll do it for me. So moving into my turn, let's see what I get. I draw Area Denial.
Okay.
Not too difficult, but not great. And Overwhelming Force, which would literally mean killing that thing. I'm not getting great draws for secondaries this game.
Yes.
And but I am scoring 5 points on the primary.
Correct.
Because I do out OCU here, so that's something at least. Area Denial is not great, but I should be able to drop onto it.
Okay.
And that'll get me some points. I always need to remember that I can actually drop in and do things. All right. So we'll start the movement phase and see what I come up with.
Sounds good.
So in the movement phase, I went ahead and fell back with the Dread Knight. They can fall back, shoot, and charge, so I'm not too bothered about it. This one just moved back slightly to give himself a little bit of space. There is that Plague Marine squad right here, but I don't find it likely they'll kill both of them. I left the Purifiers kind of spread out over here to spread out that 6-inch aura. Although in fairness, at this point, I now control 2 objectives in the middle, so I would have full rerolls to hit anyway. But my primary target this turn is Mortarion. I would like to wipe him out entirely. But I also made sure that most of the Purifiers can see and are in range of Typhus's squad over here for their anti-psyker 2+ shooting attack. And I went ahead and moved Captain Stern's squad closer to Typhus as well, so that the Purifiers don't manage it. Hopefully they will. I also dropped in my Culexus Assassin over here. I unfortunately, I could have dropped her in 6 inches away and gotten area denial, but I didn't want to leave her completely in the open to just die. So it could be a misplay. It might have been worth the 5 points, but I think this turn, if I kill Mortarion, it'll make my life a lot easier. I also drew Overwhelming Force, which wasn't exactly ideal anyway, so this is probably another low secondary turn, but if I do enough damage, it shouldn't matter too much. So let's see what kind of damage I can do.
All right.
I'll start with the Purifiers. They will have 2 shots each, and all but 1 is in range. So I'm going to have 18 shots, hitting on 3s, going over into Typhus's squad. So I'll be hitting on 3s, re-rolling all, because I am a Grey Knight in my hollowed zone. Drop that one. Okay, well, sure. So 3s re-rolling all is still good. These will wound on 2s. I'm not re-rolling anything. I figure we'll just do whatever damage we do. So I do fail 2 of them, but that is going to be 4, 8, 12, 16 wounds at AP 1. Ignores cover.
AP 1. So any of the...
They are only 1 damage each, for whatever that's worth.
That's fair. So... quite a bit of fails, and I have 3 wounds apiece, so that's 1 dead, 2 dead, and 1 has taken a wound.
All right. This is why if I owned 30 Purifiers, I'd be bringing 30 Purifiers. Let's see. I do
It is unfortunate, too, because I am -1 to wound, but only if your strength is higher than my toughness.
I gotta love anti-infantry 2+. The good news is I am shooting the side cannons at you now. And that'll probably be the last shooting because I don't feel like shooting Stormbolters at you. I'm kind of lazy. Stormbolters into this would just be obnoxious, and I don't want to. So the side cannon will be 3 shots each, hitting on 3s. There are 4 of them in that squad, so I'm going to get 12 shots out of side cannons here.
Pretty good.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything because I am a Grey Knight in my Purified Zone. Look at all that. If only 6s actually did something. Okay. These will be the -1 to wound because these are strength 8, so I will be wounding you on 4s, yeah? Okay. I'm kind of glad I didn't spend the CP to reroll all wounds. That's going to be 3, 6, 7 at AP 1, 2 damage each. And you are not getting cover from these guys.
7. AP1, you said?
Yeah, so it looks like only 1 made it through, but that will be enough to kill that guy. That's 2 damage.
The 1 guy, yes. All right.
And this is why I love Purifiers. All right, that's going to be that. I'll go ahead and move on. I might as well do the Librarian. He will shoot his Combi Bolter over here because it's funny, a single shot. And then I will be using his Psychic ability into Mortarion. So, the Librarian with his combi weapon is going to be a single shot, hitting on a 4 for some reason. I don't know why. They just do. Okay, we do. It is anti-infantry 4+, so I just need a 4. And that will be 1 mortal wound to Typhus.
Okay, Typhus takes the mortal.
And then I will use my Vortex of Doom ability and see how many mortal wounds I chuck Morty's way. I roll a 1, so my Librarian takes D6 mortal wounds.
Gross.
My Librarian takes 2 mortal wounds, taking him down to 3.
Hey, at least you didn't roll a 6.
I would have been happy if he'd rolled a 6, but at least he didn't kill himself.
I meant rolled a 6 to die.
Now that's true. That is very true. So that was unfortunate, but the purifiers were super successful, so I'll take what wins I can get, right?
Yep.
All right. At this point, I'll go ahead. I'm pretty sure these guys will be able to clean up Typhus. Typhus doesn't fight first or anything, I'm assuming.
No.
If these guys don't kill Typhus, I'm just going to be very sad. So what I'll do is I'm going to put this guy just straight into Mortarion.
I'm going to spend the CP for stealth.
Fabulous. And that's the whole phase, right?
Yes.
Cool. So I'll start with 2d6 auto hits for 10. These are going to wound you on 6s. That is 2 at AP 1. 1 damage.
Take one.
That's right, you take that one. Hey, it's a start. I will go ahead and fire the heavy psi cannon, hitting on 4s, re-rolling all because I'm within purifier range. I wish I'd rolled like that in the Overwatch. And I'm going to wound you on 5s. Nothing there. All right, Dread Knight number 2. 2d6 auto hits for 8. Nothing there. And then 6 shots hitting on 4s for stealth. Rerolling all because I am within my zone. Much better. I would like to see that exact same roll for wounds, although we both know it's not going to happen.
I don't want to see that.
Only 1, but it is AP 2. And that is a flat 3 damage.
Flat 3.
Flat 3.
Save 1.
Cool. That was about what I expected, in all honesty. So now what will happen is I will shoot with Draigo. Draigo has an psychic attack, if I remember correctly. No, it's anti-demon. You're a demon, I assume.
I don't know if I am a demon. Let me see.
Well, let me know. I'll roll it up real quickly. It's going to be 3 shots hitting on 3s.
I am not a demon.
You do not have the demon keyword?
Nope.
That's bonkers. So you're literally called a Daemon Primarch and you don't have the demon keyword?
I am not a demon, sir.
Well, that's a shame. And so that means I'm going to wound you on a 6. Nothing. Daemon Primarchs not being demons. I'll shoot the psi cannon and that squad at you really quickly, hitting on 3s, re-rolling all, and then wounding on 5s. That's 1. AP 1.
Save it.
Fair enough. All right. I will go ahead and have these guys over here just in case it works out. This squad does have 2 psi cannons in it.
Okay.
I'll just shoot the psi cannons. So again, I don't want to shoot storm bolters. I feel lazy. But 2 psi cannons in the Typhus's face just to try and make sure everything works out. They'll be hitting on 3s, re-rolling the misses, and then I'll be wounding on 4s with no re-rolls because of... Wait, you wouldn't have that ability anymore, would you? So 3s. 3 at AP 1.
Save 2.
That's 2 damage.
He's down to 3.
Fabulous. Now we'll come over to the Colexis. My odds of killing Morty just got a little worse, but that's kind of to be expected if I'm honest with you. The Colexis, though, is going to be shooting at you a lot. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. And these will wound on 2s because you are, in fact, a psychic.
You normally hit on 2s?
Yes. Okay. No rerolls here because she is not a Grey Knight. But now she will wound you on 2s because you are a psyker. Oop, that's gone. That is 5 wounds at AP 2.
Okay. 5 saves. Save 3.
Cool. 2d3 damage. Because why would we do... Okay, so that's 5 damage total.
Save 1. Take 4.
Take 4. She did more damage than everything else together.
Yes.
Gotta love psychic assassins. All right. That's already the end of my shooting phase, so I'm going to go ahead and start charging you. I am going to start with this Dread Knight.
All right.
Because I can fall back, shoot, and charge. I need something low. A 12 will definitely do it. Well, I'll pick that up in a sec. As much as I want to tank shock you,
you have 1 CP?
I only have 1 CP left, and Draigo is notorious for failing his 6-inch charges. For me, anyway. So I'm going to save that CP to reroll his charge if I need to.
Fair.
I did not need to, so I get to go 10 inches, but it's always better to
Just
make
in case.
sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The tank shock would be more reliable damage, but if Draigo doesn't get in there, it's not going to matter too much. Okay. Piling in is going to be interesting. I might not be able to get all of them to fight, but it is what it is. Let's see. Ah, yes, thank you. I do have a charge over here. I appreciate the reminder. Typhus does need to go. A 7 will definitely do it.
If only it was double ones.
Well, that's another reason why I still have my CP. And these guys will just be right behind. You do have enough to interrupt, and I do need to be mindful of that.
Mm-hmm.
If you interrupt over here, I don't really care. Paladins, I believe, are also -1 to wound if you're above their toughness.
It's possible.
They are. And so you could swing away there. I think my best bet, in all honesty, I don't think you're going to be killing the Dread Knight. Unless, I mean, I could roll really, really badly this time. I've got 9 wounds left. You only got 1 through last time. So it's going to be a gamble, but I think I'm going to fight with these Terminators first, and I'll just pile in like that. So only 1 is not fighting. And then he will just get as close as he possibly can, since he's the Apothecary and he's important.
Good.
And the good news is, I did check. This space will still keep me wholly within. So I'll be re-rolling everything, and these guys do get lethal hits on the charge, which is what I'll be fishing for, especially since Draigo's anti-demon weapon is not useful against something that isn't a demon.
That makes sense.
Somehow.
I'm going to spend 2 CP for Disgustingly Resilient.
Okay.
Anything that targets him for the rest of this phase is now -1 damage.
Fair enough. So that's 8, 12. I'm going to have 16 attacks from the regular dudes. I'll be hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything, and in all honesty, I'll probably just be fishing for 6s for those lethals. This is always a gamble. I'm probably going to hate myself after I do this, but we're doing it anyway. Will it pay off? It paid off a little. I do have a couple misses in here, but that's okay, because on the flip side, I am now wounding on 6s, which is not ideal. There's another one. That's 5 at AP2.
5 at AP2. Save 4.
So since you're -1, that's only 1 damage.
Nope, take it.
Okay, and then Draigo himself will swing at you. And he will have 6 attacks. He hits on 2s, but again, I'm going to be fishing for those 6s because lethal hits are my best bet in this situation. Awesome. And then I'm going to wound on a 5 with him. He's strength 8. So that is 4 at AP 4.
Still 4 up.
Still the same.
Save 2.
At -1, that is 2 damage each. That's 4 damage.
They're -1?
He's damaged 3 flat.
No, -1. I thought you meant
-1
-1
damage.
Save, yeah. So...
2 went through, 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah. Save
Nice.
3 of them. Take 1.
Well, so much for my plan to kill Morty, but hey, it happens.
It does happen.
The Dread Knight will go ahead and swing at you now. I mean, the Dread Knight could technically do it. It's just highly unlikely, given that he's only strength 10. But it's going to be 5 attacks, hitting you on 2s, re-rolling. Yeah. Re-rolling. No lethals or anything here. It's just going to be 5s to wound.
2.
That's 2 at AP and Vuln.
Save 1, fail 1.
D6 -1. So you take 5.
It's pretty good. Save 2. Take 3.
Cool. So far from dead, but
Down to 6.
about a little less than half. I will take that. And then I will have my paladins over here swing really quickly. I'm just double checking their profiles. I'm pretty sure they're basically the same. Yes. So it's going to be 4 attacks each. I have the full 20 over here. These will be hitting on 2s, re-rolling, and your toughness with Typhus is...
6, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, T6.
Okay, so then afterward I'll be wounding on 4s, but 6s will be a mortal wound in addition because of Captain Stern's ability. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 saves at AP 2 and 2 mortal wounds in addition.
8 saves at AP 2, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Can I survive it?
Well, you're technically already down to 1 wound.
No.
That was a good roll.
That was a good roll. Yeah, I mean, I failed 3, though. Alright, Typhus is dead.
Typhus has fallen. And at this point, I just have to tell you to swing with Morty.
I will definitely swing with him. So all my attacks are going to go into big boy there.
That makes sense.
So 2s. And the 6 is a lethal, so we'll just take that one out. And then 2s.
Rerolling the 1s.
3, 4.
So 4 up and vulnerable saves. Let's see if I can make you bounce again. I will CP 1 of them because I still have the 1 CP I haven't used yet. Blunk. All right, I knocked that one over into a 2, right?
Yep.
So that is 1 more goes through and I go down to 5, but I'm still not dead. This is the Dread Knight that won't die.
Yep. All right.
But you're the Morty that won't die, so that's fine.
End of turn.
Yeah, so end of turn, I'm not getting area denial. I wasn't going to get overwhelming force to begin with. I think I'm going to trash overwhelming... I'm not going to trash overwhelming force. In fact, I think I will keep both. Because I should be fast enough to get to where I need to be on my next turn. And if I'm not, then I've already screwed up. Yep. But I will actually keep both of those. Because you're going to need to move on to objectives to like deny me at this point.
Yep.
And... we'll see where things go from there.
All right, sounds good. So going in my turn, I get 1 CP.
And I will also go up to 1 CP.
Command phase, I will spend a CP to heal Mortarion 3 wounds.
Fair enough.
So he'll go back to 9. Let's see. My contagion range goes down 9 inches.
You have bring it down, and what's your other secondary?
Oh, yes. Now that I do that, I have containment.
Okay. A nice action-based one. Everybody's favorite.
Yep. I can start to perform contain with him, and then try to kill you off the objective. Which is
well, containment is just within 9 inches of
the
table
no,
edge.
It's just a 9
you don't even have to worry.
I don't have to do that, yeah. And outside your deployment zone, right?
Correct.
So, let's see, this guy. Well, these guys will just move up.
As long as they all have enough
order.
movement.
Yeah. So let me do some. Let's go into movement really quick. See what I want to do exactly. All right, so that's it for my movement phase. I left Morty in combat. Gonna try to have him maybe see if I can shoot that to death, possibly. Move these guys up just so they can try and charge that. Move this unit up. Gonna have him contain. I advance that just to actually start getting stuff over there. Kind of like a pincer movement over there, I guess you could say. I mean, you can move stuff as we talked about, but just spreading out a little bit because my army's a lot more slow, so I do have to try and at least move around the board. Otherwise, I'm just going to let you control everything, and that's not going to be good for me.
That's fair.
I did move this up slightly, did kind of try to measure it out, so I do still have this kind of 18-inch bubble there. This is sticky because of my army roll, so I'm not too worried about that. Move these guys up again, so hopefully kind of slowly move them towards the middle so they can start helping out and shooting some stuff. And I think that's about it. Right. So we're gonna start trying to do some shooting, and see what we can do. So first, I guess we'll start off really quick with Morty. He's gonna shoot everything into this Dread Knight.
That's fair. Let's see if the Dread Knight stays immortal.
So let's do the D6 plus 3 shots first. So that's going to be 6 again. Staying consistent there. That is...
You'll be on 3s now, right?
Yes, it is 3s, because I am -1 for being in combat. And I don't know if 6s are anything for shooting. They are lethal, so that is 1 lethal so far. And then these wounding on 4s, but 6s are dev. So 2, 3 at AP, 2, and then you're reduced by 1 on your armor. So
I take 1. I go down
just
to 4.
1 damage.
Down to 4.
Right, and then the lantern. No, missed that one, and not a 1, so I don't get to reroll it. Unfortunate there.
I'll take that.
Any other shooting? We are going to shoot, I think, with the mortar here. I guess mortar will probably shoot into the Dread Knight as well.
It's a blast weapon, so you can.
Oh, it is a blast weapon. That's true. That's true.
That's one advantage for me.
Let's see. Where should I have him shoot them? We'll have him shoot into, I guess, the purifiers.
Just remember, when you kill 1 purifier, they all get +1 to hit. If you kill more than half the squad, I get +1 to wound as well.
Maybe I don't want to kill them. I guess I'll shoot this back unit them.
That's fair. Going after the paladins.
All right, D6 plus 1, so or D6 plus 3 blasts, so that's 6 shots. And then how many guys are there? Is that 5?
There are 6 total, so it'll be +1 additional.
+1, so that's going to be 7 shots. 4s, 6s are lethal, so that's 2, and that's it. So just 2.
All right, and there's going to be no AP here because I'm not within contagion range of anything.
Correct.
So 2s. We're okay.
All right, sounds good. So you got that, and then I think that's really it for shooting. There, actually, I do have that 1 unit over there with the plague flamers, basically. We do have the Lord of Virulence. Probably shoot him first because he's got a bit more of a powerful weapon. So he's got D6 shots. 1.
Fair enough.
It's anti-infantry 2+. 1. AP 1 ignores cover.
1 3-up save. We're okay.
All right, and then 4d6 shots with the other guys. All right, so that's 6, 8, 9 shots.
Not quite as good as the other squad.
Not quite as good, unfortunately. But maybe you'll be worse on the rolling. These are infantry 4+, so that is going to be 5.
Okay, 5 2-up saves. We're okay.
All right, sounds good. So that is it for shooting. Charges. I do have this guy here. So
at the start of your charge phase, I am going to go ahead and do the -2 to that squad there, just to make these guys have an 11 if they want to go that direction.
Okay. Isn't it, you're outside of your zone, so it would be a 10?
I am technically in this phase. Actually, no, are you controlling this one yet?
What's your OC on?
My OC's 4.
OC's 4, and I have this guy on it, and he's OC 2.
So you would be out OCing me there. So I think that would just be a -1, yes. So yeah. But I'll still spin the CP because a 10-inch charge is still less likely.
All right, so -1 over there. I am going to charge here. It looks like I need a, what was that? Double check again. Within 8, so
yeah, it looks like we need a 7.
7. So 7 is charged there. That is a 12.
That'll do. That'll do.
he's definitely going to make it. So make that. And then these guys, it's harder to tell, but should be pretty short. Looks like within 5 to 4 inches. It makes it. Barely.
Man, you're making me wish I hadn't spent that CP so I could heroically intervene with Kessel and Crow.
I know.
Yeah. That would have been fun and exciting.
Ooh. And then these guys will just be behind the wall, and I'll pile them in later. I'll just put them up here so I can move them more easily.
That sounds good.
And then I will try to charge over there because I don't really see a reason not to.
There's no reason not to try.
Nope.
But that won't do it.
So that's not going to do it. All right. So activations. You have no CP, so it doesn't really matter where I activate.
Doesn't matter at all.
So I'll just pile in with these guys first. So we'll activate, pile in here, and then these guys will just move up onto that objective. This will help me take the objective from you, and hopefully, if I can, maybe I will, I don't know, kill you or something?
You might kill that Dread Knight.
Possible.
You'll have weight of attacks as opposed to Mortarions with lots of heavy high damage that are easier for me to block.
Yeah, so let's see what happens. But we'll just do the Plague Knives first. So I do have 6 attacks with the Plague Knives. Lethal hits, your toughness is currently...
My toughness is currently 7.
7, so we're going to do hitting on these. That is 2 lethals. And 2.
Okay, AP?
AP 0.
But I'm in contagion range, so AP 1?
Yeah.
So 3s. I take 1.
Okay, yeah, those are 1 damage. And then the heavy plague weapons, which this is the one that's going to hopefully do a bit more here. Also lethals. Ooh, that is rough.
Good on the lethals, but rough on the hits.
Really rough on the hits. Ooh, quite bad. But that is 3 at AP 2, which, you know, go to your invuln. So that is 6 damage.
I'll go through. Yeah, I'm down to 4.
All right, and then we do have the Dreadnought, and he does have some fists. So
This Dread Knight is much less invincible than the other one.
clearly, I see that. Yeah, that is nice for me, I guess. So we got fists there. It's gonna be 5 attacks. 3s. These are strength 12.
3s.
Oh, that's really bad. I guess.
Okay.
That is it, and then.
Well, then it would be my activation.
Correct.
And I'm going to activate the Dread Knight since it's the most likely target of Morty, given that you still have Bring It Down, and You're going to need to kill me now. So I need to just double checking. I am within damage range of both of them, so I'm now hitting on 3s. But I'll still be re-rolling because I'm within range of my Purifier aura. So 3s. Let me double check if he is holy. We are okay, it looks like to me from that angle anyway. I'd like to double check. Cool. So I'll get to re-roll just this one. It didn't end up mattering. And I'm going to wound you on 5s. And on the overhead, if it didn't look right, you can yell at me later. 1 at AP invuln. Nope. D6 for only 2.
Nope, take them.
That works.
7. All right, I will activate next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will just fight because I do kind of need to get Bring It Down. So we're going to go ahead and target your Dread Knight.
That makes sense.
Reeling this one. It's 1 lethal. And 2. 5.
5 4-up saves. 1 fail is 1 dead Dread Knight. I do fail 2, so that's a dead Dread Knight. I do believe... Explode? I'm just double checking. I think I do. Deadly Demise D3. So on a 6. No,
nope,
that's just finally a dead Dread Knight. He stuck around way longer than I thought he would.
Yeah, he was a huge pain. All right. So that's it there.
And this is the fun of 4-up invulnerable saves. Everybody, aren't they great? Everybody's favorite thing, the 4-up invulnerable save. Nobody's ever salty about it, ever.
They're very good. Now just let me do the same thing to you next turn.
No, they're miserable.
Yeah, I will get containment for 1 and Bring It Down.
Correct.
Now,
so that's going to at the end of round 3. We're at 20 to 22.
And did you get me for Oh no, these don't give you primary.
Yeah, there's no primary there.
Yep.
And we're about to go into battle round 4, which means the middle objective disappears.
Yep.
And everything's going to be worth more now.
Yep. And then you do get to fight me back here still.
Oh yes, I still get to fight. So now that that guy's dead, I can pile in this direction and get the whole squad to fight. Not that it actually matters too much because I don't have lethal hits anymore, but I'm going to have the full 20 attacks with the Terminators hitting on 3s. And still re-rolling because Crow still exists. But no lethals because I did not make a charge move this turn.
Yep.
Thank you. And then I'm going to wound you on 6s because I'm only strength 6. I say only. As an army-wide melee weapon, that's not bad. But against Morty, it ain't perfect. But that's 3. 3 ain't bad. That's perfectly statistical. 3 at AP2, 2 damage.
3 at AP2. Save 2.
That's 2 damage.
And nope. Take 2 more. Down to 5.
All right, and then we have Draigo. Draigo could do it.
He could.
He has 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. If only you were, I don't know, a demon.
Nah, I'm not a demon.
Rerolling the
what's
ones. And I'm wounding you on 5s. Come on, Draigo. 2 at AP Invuln. That's 6 damage. 6 damage, Ethan.
That's okay. I can make these. Apparently, I can't make these.
Feel no pains don't get along with you when I play, do they?
Does he explode? Yes.
Fabulous. How much damage does he do?
I think he does like D6. I think he actually does quite a bit.
Man, Draigo's been sitting on the shelf for over a year, and he comes back for this. Maybe I should go back to maining Grey Knights.
Abilities. It's got...
It would
Yeah,
let me
deadly
finish
demise
this.
D6.
Fabulous. How many mortal wounds does Draigo's squad take? And
Yeah, I think he hits Crow too.
he'll hit Crow.
So Draigo, 3.
Cool. You will kill 1 guy who will come back in my command phase because I have an apothecary.
Crow, 2.
You kill 1 purifier, and now all purifiers get +1 to hit.
Gross. That is very unfortunate, but I guess it happens. Ooh.
I can live with that.
Ugh.
And then this Dread Knight over here.
How many points are your Dread Knights?
Like 210.
210. Well, I don't know. I don't think he made up his points quite.
210. Exactly 210.
Because my Mortarion's 300 points. He's relatively cheap, though.
He is relatively cheap, and he did survive longer than I wanted him to. Granted, this guy whiffed
Your
horribly.
guy also
but...
survived significantly longer than I thought he would.
Exactly.
You
by the
rolled
way,
really good on this.
I'm going to swing the Nemesis Demon Great Hammer at... I'm actually going to swing at your Plague Marines.
Okay.
No, I'm going to swing at your Dreadnought. Let's not be stupid. It'd be fun to kill all of your Plague Marines, but I still wouldn't hold the point, so it doesn't actually matter. I am wholly within. So
I'm -1 to hit right now because you're bracketed.
Yes, so I'm going to be hitting you on 4s, but I'm going to be re-rolling because I'm still within range of Crow. Nice. Okay. The Great Hammer is strength 14.
Definitely not.
You're higher than toughness 7.
Yeah, I'm not T14 though, so.
I'm not rolling any wounds. That's 2 at AP3.
Okay, 2 at AP3. See if I have a 5-up emblem on this guy. Let's double check though.
He probably has a 2-up armor save anyway, doesn't he?
Maybe. He has a 2-up armor save.
Yeah.
He actually doesn't have an emblem, so.
2 5-ups.
1.
Cool. D6 plus 1 damage for 5.
Nice. He only has 8 wounds, so he's down to 2.
Oh, sorry. 6. I thought that was a 4. That was a 5 on the dice, so plus 1 is 6.
So it was how many?
It was a 5. It looked like a 4 from over here to me because of the light.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a 5. We can double check the camera if you'd like. But when I went to pick it up, it was a 5 and plus 1 because it's D6 plus 1 would make it 6 damage.
Yeah, that's what I already said.
Okay, cool.
Because I saw it. I said I'm down to 2.
Okay,
and I
cool.
have 8 wounds.
I said 5, and I thought in my head that was 4 plus 1. But you saw the dice, and you just heard me say 5. Fabulous. That means there was no confusion except for when I introduced the confusion.
You were confused. Yeah,
I was confused.
You were the confused one.
I was the confused one this time.
All right. Okay, so end of turn, I did at least score finally bring it down
Yes, and you get some containment.
and containment.
And at the end of your turn, I'm going to be picking up Crow and Friends.
All right.
Because they're better off somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not as worried now too about your assassin since I have no
psychic I've killed basically all of your psychers
except for the one back there. And if you really want to,
I'm not running
your way back there.
I'm not running all the way over there for it. Draigo and Co are going to stay right where they are. The librarian I think is going to stay right where he is. These paladins need to get into the game, so they're also going to pick up. Do you have anything left in reserves?
No, I have everything I have is on the table.
Okay, and then I think that's everything I'm going to want to pick up is just those 2, 3. We'll pick up the Libby. I know I said the Libby could stay, but I don't think it's actually worth it for the Libby to stay. So I picked up Crow, I picked up the Libby, and I picked up the Paladins. And I will also go up to 1 CP. We're in turn 4. For supply drop, I'm going to get 8 points because I'm holding that one in the middle. And I owe you a battle shock right here really quickly. We will pass it.
Sounds good.
And this Terminator rejoins this squad because there's an apothecary and that's what they do.
Gross.
You know, I've missed playing my Grey Knights. Maybe I should play them more again. It'd actually motivate me to paint them more.
Well, aren't you excited for the new models?
I mean, I actually do like the look of the new Dread Knight. I know there's always hate for Dread Knights. There's a reason why kits like this one exist, right? Because people don't like them. They don't like they don't like the quote-unquote baby carrier. But personally, I don't mind them too much.
Yeah, I don't mind them as much.
They don't bother me much. It's fine. All right.
Write in the comments down below if you like Dread Knights or don't like Dread Knights.
It's very polarizing. I'll tell you that right now.
I'd say more people I've met don't like it, but you know, if there are some people that like it, mention it in the comments.
It just doesn't bother me. This is Warhammer. There's weirder stuff.
I mean, there's the AdMech guy in Stilts. He's pretty funky.
I love that model.
I'd say most of the AdMech models are actually pretty funky, so that's not actually too crazy.
All right, I'm going to move into my movement phase, and we'll come back and we'll talk in a minute.
All right, sounds good.
In the movement phase, I had picked up Castle and Crow's squad. I picked up my librarian, and they are both now down. So I went ahead and put Crow over here just to deal with this Terminator squad over here. They tend to be very good at it, but as backup, I did move this Terminator squad here with the Chaplain over to make a nice easy charge. I did lose a guy in Overwatch to their flamethrowers, but he'll be back next command phase, assuming the squad doesn't somehow magically get wiped. I did fall back with this Dread Knight after moving Draigo and his friends here, and then I did bring my Librarian down right here just to do some mortal wounds probably to that Dreadnought there, as that's kind of my primary target in the shooting phase. I'm hoping to kill everything else in melee. And then my Calexis Assassin had to advance, only rolled a 1, that's all she needed to get within 3 of the middle for area denial. And I left my little strike team here so I could keep having 8 OC on the objective just to sort of force the issue there. Because No Man's Land is going to be my hollowed ground basically permanently unless Ethan can get me off of both of them now. So I'm just going to be re-rolling all hits all the time, and we'll see what happens. So as far as shooting goes, I'm going to start with this Dread Knight. I'm going to shoot at that Dreadnought. Just everything, because that Dreadnought is already pretty well injured. I'll start with the side cannon though. I am wounded. I am in my bracket. So I'm going to be hitting you on 4s now with the heavy side cannon, but I'm going to be re-rolling everything because we are wholly within my hallowed ground now. It's kind of fun that they gave Grey Knights basically the demon thing, just minus the 6-inch deep strike, which would be really, really
demons
nice.
don't get rerolls.
That's true. They just get to they just get to drop 6 inches away. What's the toughness on that guy? Probably not 10.
T9. Yep.
Okay, wounding on 3s. No rerolls here. That's 3 at AP2.
3 at AP2. Save 2 damage.
Flat 3.
Flat 3. So does he explode?
Yes. He does. All right.
And it's what, D3 damage on this, I assume?
It's either D3 or since he's just basically a dreadnought, it might only be
just
one.
one.
All right, that's going to put 1 mortal wound on Draigo's unit, 1 mortal wound on your guys, and 1 mortal wound on my guy.
Yep. So 1 here.
Let me get a wound marker for somebody in Draigo's unit. We'll put it on the guy who's already died and come back once, because that's just funny.
All right.
Carrying on. I forgot to bring my paladins back down. That's on me. That's my problem for another time. That's what I get for putting them down there, because I wasn't spacing the shelf anymore. I'm going to shoot over here. It's going to be 18, I believe 22 shots now. Hitting on 2s because I did take a casualty in that squad when Mortarion exploded, which is strangely very good for me. So yes, Purifying Flame is normally 1 shot, but Crow gives them an additional, and Crow has normally 3 shots, but gives himself +1 because he's leading the squad. So it is going to be 22 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling, because I am wholly within my hollowed ground. In fact, right now, everything is hollowed ground that isn't Ethan's deployment zone.
Gross.
And hopefully I can keep it that way.
I disagree.
22 shots, hitting on 2s, re-rolling.
You got 1 more runner.
Thank you. So we hit with everything. These are wounding on 2s. I opted not to spend the CP to reroll because I have so much redundancy over there. I should be able to kill the squad regardless. Okay, so that's 20 at AP1.
20 AP1. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm going to roll this twice. First time, I fail 1.
Not bad.
I fail 3. So you kill 1 guy and 1 takes a wound.
Awesome. Carrying on, I now have 12 side cannon shots. Hitting on 2s now. Rerolling because I'm in my hollowed ground. Awesome. These guys also have the -1 to wound if I'm above them, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right, so I'm going to be wounding you on 4s here. That is 3, 6, 8 more at AP1.
8 AP1. I fail 2.
Those are 2 damage each.
So you'll kill 1 more, and then 1 is down to 1.
5. That's going to be 20. Oh, God. Okay. So I am going to now, I will shoot the storm. No, I'm not going to shoot the storm bolters. I just don't want to shoot storm bolters into Terminators. It's just too many dice. It's too much time. I don't want to.
Who's shooting you?
It would be still them.
Oh, this is all the same unit?
This is all the same, yeah. They get their storm bolters, their psychic shooting, and their, yeah, it's a lot of anti-infantry shooting. But I don't feel like shooting storm bolters into you, especially when you're down to that already. So what I will do, though, is I will shoot this guy's heavy incinerator at you.
Yep.
Just see if I can get rid of that last guy. So it's just going to be D6 for 2. This is strength 6, so I'm guessing wounding you on 4s.
Yep, 4s.
Because you're Death Guard. That is 1 at, I think it's only AP1. Ba-da-da-da-da. Yeah, the incinerator is only AP1.
Save it.
Cool. So I will have to charge you, but in fairness, that's totally fine. Although actually, she's not doing an action and her weapon has assault. So she might as well shoot across too.
Yep.
Because I think I'm going to kill all of this without too much difficulty. I'm saying that, and I'm probably going to be shown to be a liar.
Well, I'd be surprised if you didn't kill it. but we'll see.
It's only going to be 3 shots now because I'm not shooting at a psyker. And I'm going to be hitting on 3s because I did have to advance her, but it is assault. No, wait, I don't have to do -1 anymore on assault, do I?
No.
Oh, so I'm still hitting you on 2s. That's cool. Still miss one. And then it's only strength 5 though, and you're not a psyker, so 5s.
Nice.
That's 2 at AP 2.
Fail 1.
Well, that'll just kill the 1 then. He technically takes 2 damage. Nope, 1 damage. So perfect. I just have to worry about that character now, and if I don't kill him with that entire Terminator squad, then something has gone horribly wrong. I'm going to try again with him. I'm going to start with his little dink gun. He is in rapid fire range, so 2 shots hitting on 4s. Yeah, cool. That's usually what happens. And let's see if he blows himself up again.
Let's hope.
No.
Nope.
You take 2 D3 mortal wounds on that squad for 4.
4. So we kill this. Or actually, kill this guy. Yeah, let's take it like this, I guess. There we go.
I'm very happy that he decided to not be totally useless this game.
All right.
I think that's going to end my shooting phase, so I'll go ahead and charge you.
Sounds good.
I'll start with the Dread Knight, because again, fall back, shoot, charge, all the things. So why not? For a 9, he's definitely in. And I might actually spend my CP and tank shock you here, because it's funny. And because that means I have to dedicate fewer attacks from Draigo and Co, because Draigo and Co are going to come on this side and see if they can kill that too, I think.
Okay.
So it's only going to be 8 dice, not my usual 11 or 12 that I'm so used to rolling for guard. But if I pick up another 1 or 2 of them, it just makes my life easy. Or I can pick up none, a wasted CP. It happens. That's karma. Draigo and his friends are going to declare multi-charge into both.
Okay.
A 5 will do it. So what I'll do is I'll move him here for base. I'll move him here for base. I'll move him here for base. And that will allow me to go this direction with the other guys for base. So 5 inches gets me to about here. Yeah? That seems about right. That seems about right. Pretty bloody close anyway, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Draigo will be able to base right next to him, I think. It's hard to tell. I'm going to put him there for now. And then this guy will go that way, because I think I'm going to need more attacks into that thing.
Most likely, yeah.
Although in fairness, there's a high probability I will swing with the Dread Knight first and hopefully wipe the squad and be able to pile in more guys anyway.
Fair enough.
And then over here, I will be charging as well. Yeah. 6. Not bad. And hopefully these guys will do the job. You did kill 1 in Overwatch, but, you know, that's fine. 6 from the corner of the building. I won't quite base, but that'll just be a pile in, and these 2 guys would be right behind him like so. So they'll be able to swing after a pile in. All right, you can't interrupt me.
Nope.
So I might as well swing at you a bit. I will start with the Dread Knight with his 5 attacks with his hammer.
All right. Dread Knight going into the blue.
He's going to be hitting on 4s, rerolling everything because the middle of the board is hollowed ground. All right. And wounding on 2s. 2 at AP 3.
Save 1.
Cool. He would take D6 plus 1, which is just enough to kill them anyway.
So I'll take this guy so that you can't move those ones.
No, that's totally fair. So what I'll do then is I'm going to put these 3 guys who are based here. I think I have to put all 4 in because I can't claim across the wall. So then it'll just be this guy and Draigo going into the drone. So 16 attacks coming into your Plague Marines there. And this is why you always build in redundancy, everybody. Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything. I should probably put this back. Okay. Good thing I'm rerolling everything, because that was really bad. I'm not even picking out the ones that aren't lethal. It was just that bad. All right, so lethals. That was really good.
This is into the Plague Marines?
This is into the Plague Marines. And then I'm strength 6, so I'm wounding you on 4s, yeah? 3s.
Strength T5, so.
All right, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 9 at AP2.
9 at AP2, okay. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'll roll it just for the hell of it, but they're definitely dead. Oh, look, they're dead.
Marvelous.
Okay.
And then the one regular guy into your drone over there. Hitting on 3s. What's the toughness on that thing?
Check here.
I'm guessing at least 7.
It's definitely at least 7, I think. It is 9.
9. So I actually will re-roll all of these, even though they all hit, just see if I can get a lethal or 2. Oh, I got a lethal, and I'm going to wound you on a 5. No. So that's 1 at AP2.
Take it.
2 damage. And then Draigo with his Titan Sword, hitting on 2s. I know this is always a risk, but again, I'd rather re-roll all of this and not have to wound you on 5s constantly. All right, I dropped 2 and got no extra lethals, so that gamble did not pay off. But I do have a total of 3 wounds at AP Invul.
Save 2.
Nice. 3 damage.
Down to 5.
And that will conclude
That combat? You have the
that
singular
combat.
guy over there.
And then over there, I have 1, 2. I need to pile in. Hang on. Pile. Pile, and this guy can base somebody who's in base. So I'm going to have 16 attacks. 4, 8, 12, 16. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything. Again, since I got +1 to wound, I don't feel like fishing for lethals here. 1, 2. That's 3 lethals. I'm strength 6 to your toughness 6. So I'm going to wound you on 3s because the chaplain says so.
Okay.
Not bad. So that's 3 up here, 3, 6, 9. That's 12 at AP2.
Gross.
Your dice is escaping.
Not my dice. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 4-ups.
Those are 2 damage each.
So that will kill him right there. He's dead.
Marvelous.
All right.
Okay.
Oh.
You will get to swing back with your little drone there.
My little drone?
I mean, I compare him to Morty and stuff like that. He's not that big.
He's not that big. Yeah, he's not huge. But what he lacks in hugeness, he makes up for in having 10 attacks.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was a risk, but I was hoping to wipe it.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And you're currently T3? Or no,
4.
T4 because you're T5 normally?
Yes.
And he has lethals, so. Not a 1
Well,
lethal,
so much for
though.
the lethals, but you do have 1 cocked dice over there close to. Still no lethals. And I'm currently T4.
Strength 7.
3s.
Oh my goodness. 2.
AP?
AP1, but you know, you're
Down to AP. 2 at AP1, so at AP2?
they're AP1 and then your armor's reduced.
Yeah, so AP2. Functions.
Essentially, yeah.
So 2 4-ups. We're okay.
Right?
All right.
Yeah.
So at the end of my turn, I have successfully denied the area.
Yep.
And I destroyed 2 units on the objectives because your dreadnought was, in fact, sitting on the objective.
Yes,
So even though I didn't
sir.
kill your drone, I was able to get both of those, which is really, really nice.
Yes.
So that gives me a nice little point swing there, and we'll move into your turn 4.
Right, my
And
turn.
bear in mind, at the start of next turn, this objective magically vanishes.
I know, it's quite sad for me.
It is quite sad for you.
All right, so going to my turn, let's see what do I draw. I get behind enemy lines. Ooh, gonna be hard on that one. Extend battle lines. That one's actually not terrible.
It's not too bad. You just have to take one of these 2 objectives off of me.
Yeah, I can possibly maybe do that. I'm going to spend a CP to discard behind because I just don't think I can do that.
That's highly unlikely.
Cull the Horde. Do you have
You
a legal
can't
target
get
for
that from
so
me,
we
no.
can get rid of that one. Let's see. Establish. That's definitely doable, I guess.
Establish is doable in the middle.
Though whether or not I'm going to actually do it is a different question. So let's go to movement. Pretty short movement phase as I don't have a ton of options. Move this guy up to establish, so he's going to do that within the center. Basically, I need to kill that unit. So establishing there, I fell back with my bloat drone. He does have fallback, shoot and charge, which is nice. I'm going to have the plague burst crawler shoot this unit. I moved him onto the objective. So see what he can do.
Yeah, and you're
there.
definitely within 12, so my lone op doesn't
12.
help me.
Fortunately, because that is the range of my flamethrowers. These guys here are going to, as well as the tank, are going to hopefully try and pick up something here, if I can. I don't really know I'll be able to, but I don't have a ton of options there otherwise. So I'm just going to try and do my best there. So basically, it's kind of just trying my best to kind of work with what we got. I think it's definitely looking like a struggle for the death card, but you know we're gonna do our best here.
It's a very low-scoring game, all things considered, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so let's go to shooting. So essentially, first off, let's go and shoot there. Yep. And range of flamers. So let's shoot my flamethrowers here. 2d6 for 6.
Cool. I'm currently T4 on that objective.
Yep. And flamethrowers on the. I think they actually might be anti-infantry as well. Not that. Plague Spreader anti-infantry 2+. Nice. So I am wounding on 2s. 5. All right, so that is 5 at AP1, but you know, ignores cover and.
So 5 4-ups because I'm functionally a 3-up armor save and everything else. That is 3 going through. Damage 1, I'm assuming.
Damage 1, yes.
Okay, so that's going to be 1, 2, and then 3. I have to put it on the banner back here because if somebody's going to die to coherency, it's going to be him.
Okay.
And so moving the wounds back there makes sense.
All right, and then I have the Roth Hail Volley Gun, so that's 6 shots because I'm an rapid fire. Using these 2 and strength 5.
Okay, so 3s.
1.
AP?
AP 0.
So AP 1, but I have cover, so AP 0 anyway. We're okay.
Cool. And then Plague Burst Mortar, D6, plus 1, or plus 3, plus 1 for Blast.
Yes.
So that's 8 shots, so 9 shots total. 8.
And you can see me, so you actually get to hit me on 3s. Must
Yes,
be nice.
it is nice. We'll see how nice it is, though. I actually do hit you with everything, so it actually does make a difference. And I got 2 lethals there.
Nice.
I'm strength 8.
You should really hit me on 2s because I'm in contagion range.
So that is pretty good. 2, 4, 6, 8. And these are AP1 down to 8. All right, basically AP2.
So they're AP2. Yeah. Yeah, they're basically AP2. I've got cover, so they basically become AP1. You said 8?
Yes.
3-ups. Caught that one. All right, and there are 2 damage each?
2 damage each.
So you will kill the banner.
Okay.
And you will take this guy here down to 1.
Nice. I'm going to shoot... Let's see. How many guys do you have back here?
There are 4 guys left over there.
4 guys left, and they're OC2 each?
They're OC2 each.
Okay. So he's going to shoot his gun mortar into them and just really hope, because I could maybe take that from you.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to shoot both his flamethrowers there. They're anti-infantry 2+. So
that's
hopefully
fair.
I can do that. So anti-infantry 2+ flamethrowers. Ooh, 11. So definitely I think we can get you.
Yeah, there's a high likelihood she's about to die. But she has done her job for by far the cheapest unit in my army.
All right, so that's going to be 9 at essentially AP2.
Well, she's an assassin, so it's just 4-up and vulnerable saves. 1, 2, 3. Yep, she will go. But she has scored me a lot of points this game. Well, she scored me 5 points and did decent damage to Morty. So I'd say she did her job.
All right, and then D6 was 3, so 7 shots into those guys I can't see.
Mm-hmm.
3 hits. Wounding on 2s. Unfortunate. 1.
AP 1. I have cover, but you're also worsening my save, so 3 up. We're okay?
Gross. All right, shooting here with these guys. So let's shoot the little shots first, because you do have a guy in a wound.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to use those ones up first. Hopefully pick up that guy. So we got the bile spurt here. It's going to be 3 shots, lethal hits. 1 and strength 5, so 1 AP 0, but essentially AP 1.
Essentially AP 1, but I also have cover. So, but it makes my armor save worse, right? Like
it makes it worsens your armor save.
Worsens my armor save. So
you have a 3 up.
It would be a 3 up even in cover. So you will kill the one guy on 1 wound.
Yep. Nice. And then we got the what is that? The missile launcher. So 1 shot with the missile. Nope. And 2 shots with the multi-mantis. Both hit. Strength 9, so wounding on 2s. 2 at AP minus 4, basically. So
pass 1, fail 1, and at this range, it's gonna kill.
Yep. Okay. And then same thing with this guy. He's going to do the exact same thing. So little guns first, or actually little guns first. So, 1 hit and 1 wound. AP 0.
Okay.
All right. Missile does hit. 2. Nope. And nope. 1
And the 2.
1 AP 5 essentially.
We're okay.
Okay.
That 4 up invuln. Gotta love it.
All right. Charges. So basically, I'm gonna have all these units charge you.
Mm-hmm.
So first, I'll charge with the drone. He's gonna go in just to get him on here. I'm gonna charge you with both of these guys. So first, this one does make it there, and then I don't think I can make it with this guy now. That
Yeah, that'd be a tough fit.
So just the one there. Then we're gonna do his attacks first with the plague drone, with the bloat drone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 attacks. Lethals on 6s, so that's 2.
Nice.
Quite a few 2s actually, which is unfortunate again on that guy. But 3s. So that is 6 at AP 2.
Okay. Is it AP1 base or is it
AP1
AP2?
base.
AP1 base, so AP2, so 4 up. Oof, what would be the damage on these?
2 each.
2 each. So, I think I will spend my command point to try and save him. Okay, I have a dude on my apothecary, has 1 wound remaining.
Okay, and then I have my attacks with the Lymphatic Blight Huller. He does have 4 attacks, lethals. 2 hits, strength 6, so
3s.
1 AP 1, but so 4 ups.
4 up. You will kill him. So you will wipe the squad. Draigo's still around. So
Draigo
at least
is still around.
So at least I have 5 OC on the point still. So even after he consolidates, I might still control it.
Yeah, so I'll consolidate here.
And Draigo, of course, is about to slap you.
And,
Actually, since Draigo is on the other side of the wall, technically, let's see where he actually is. To see if he even can get on there. You consolidate into Draigo. I don't know. You can wiggle it and see if you can.
if I move into the corner, I can.
Okay.
There.
Cool.
So I have 6 OC on there.
All right, so let's see if Draigo can ruin your day or not. Although in fairness, it doesn't actually matter, does it? Because that objective marker is about to go away anyway. But Draigo's going to slap you. He no longer has his lethals, or well, he wouldn't have anyway because I didn't charge, but hitting on 2s.
Who's he attacking, by the way?
Oh, he will attack the multi-melta one because they annoy me. What's the toughness on them?
T9.
T9. Everything's T9. So 5s. 2 at AP invuln.
2. Taking both.
So that's 6 damage.
So he's down to, I believe he has 10 wounds. He's down to 4.
All right.
Right. So that will give me, though, I do get Established Locus for 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I do get Extend Battle Lines for 5.
Correct. Which at the end of round 4 makes it 38 to me, 29 to you.
All right.
A very low-scoring game so far. But moving into my turn 5, this one goes away, and I am holding the only one on the board.
Yes.
For a big 15-point gain. And then let's see what secondaries I draw.
Is that 29 to Ethan, 38 to you?
53 to 29 at the start of turn 5. I get Defend Stronghold and no prisoners. No prisoners isn't amazing for me this turn because I would rather just.
It's hard for me to stop it though.
Yeah, but it would be nice if I could. I'm gonna get Defend. Also, I should have done all my pickups, so I'm just gonna say I wasn't gonna pick up because that's on me, and I shouldn't have that knowledge. But I should be able to do a decent amount of damage. All I really have to do is prevent Ethan from getting into that objective and killing those dudes on there, which so far has been very difficult for him. So I should be able to prevent him from getting that bottom of turn swing. And no prisoners, I should be able to kill a couple things, especially with Draigo still locked in combat. So let's move into the movement phase and see what happens. Because realistically, my goal right now is just to, I'm going to see if I can kill that and get some points. And Draigo's going to try to kill that and get some points.
If he lives.
If he lives. Which, you know, he actually might. He has 7 wounds at the end of the day.
He's 7, that's a lot.
He has 7 wounds. Okay. Let's do some shit.
Okay.
All right, moving into the shooting phase. I'm going to start with my librarian, who is within 18-inch range of that thing. I'm going to start by shooting his stupid little gun at it because it's funny. He misses because he always does. Now let's see who takes mortal wounds, shall we? You do. 2d3 of them.
I do, as opposed to you.
Well, if I'd rolled a 1, I would have taken them. You only take 2. 2 mortal wounds on that guy.
All right, he's down to 8.
And now what I'll do is I'm going to put the... I almost forgot. I should take this out, huh?
Probably.
Because that's just gone now.
It is.
So he's going to shoot at the same guy. That little... whatever the hell that thing's called. Mephistic Blighthauler?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got it right.
Blighthauler for short.
So everything is shooting into him. I'm hitting on 4s and I'm re-rolling because the middle of the board is still my super zone.
Surprised you hit on 4s.
I like this mission. Well, I mean, it hits on 3s normally and I'm bracketed.
Oh, yeah, this is the Dreadnought. I thought it was the other guy.
Oh no, he already did his thing. He's done. You said you were T9?
I'm T9, yes.
So I'm wounding you on 3s. That is just straight up 5 at AP2.
5 AP2. All right, I save because I think I have a 5 up. So I'll save only 2 of them. Let me double check.
I'm guessing they've got a 3-up armor save, right?
They have a 3-up armor save.
So I'd be saving on 5s regardless. So 3 go through. That's 9 damage.
Does he explode? No.
Fabulous. Okay.
No, Fabulous Bill is not in this game.
You're not wrong. As far as shooting, that's all of the shooting I can do.
All right.
In the movement phase, I did pile more onto here, so I have 18 OC on this point, so Ethan should not be able to take it off of me. You never know. I did forget to do my pickups, so I left everything more or less the way it was. I did put my paladins back on my home that I forgot to bring in before, but my home was stickied anyway, so it didn't matter. And at this point, it's just the Death Guard get to punch Draigo first, then Draigo gets to punch back, and we'll see what happens.
Let's see if I can kill Draigo. That's at least my goal for the game. Okay, that is 3.
That's pretty good.
This is a significantly better.
Yeah, this is already way better than it had been for quite some time.
All right, that's actually really good. So that's 9 at AP2.
9 at AP2.
So I actually could kill him here.
You could kill him here, and that would be depressing for me.
If you stop rolling your 4-ups so good. That actually would kill him.
6, 8. Even if I CP, he dies.
Even if you CP, he dies.
So Draigo does go down. But hey, you know what? Draigo took down Morty.
He did, but then Draigo died to a bloat drone. So I don't know how that works out.
Draigo will be back. He's always back. Just like Morty will be back. He's always
So you're saying,
back.
what is the hierarchy here? Draigo more powerful than Morty, and Draigo worse than bloat drone.
Correct.
These are the rankings here.
Correct.
Bloat drone, most powerful.
Exactly.
Wow.
Bloat drones are very good into infantry. It's always kind of a good time.
All right.
So then I've got no fight backs. For no prisoners, I do only kill one thing, which is kind of sad. But also, I'll be defending my stronghold. That would technically be scored at the end, but I'm just marking it for my sanity. There's nothing he can do to take it. And now we just see he gets bottom of turn scoring, so if he can find a way to get all the way over there.
Pull something out of my butthole, we'll see. Assassination and cleanse. What a fantastic thing. Cleanse is just not going to work for me, so I'm going to have to CP that. Defend stronghold. I can definitely do that.
Yep, you're going to get that.
Maybe, probably.
I mean,
I don't think you, because I do have a.
It's the bottom of 5.
Yeah,
you get it. You're fine.
Assassinate. I don't know that I can get that.
You can.
Does he have?
He does not have blown up. He's only got 3 wounds
left. I
left.
can actually see you too, so
yeah.
That's not necessarily.
He's only got 3 wounds left. He's not alone up.
The only thing is, I can't actually see that one guy. So maybe the other question is, you know what? I do feel like I probably try here, right? So I move these guys up. I move this guy up.
Yeah, you might as well see what you can kill, right?
Because if I can, maybe it's probably it's like very, very unlikely to happen, and I probably move this up too because I can then see them. I can see that one guy.
Yep.
So let's just start shooting, I guess.
That's fair.
Go from there.
You only have to kill everything.
So that's it for movement phase. Very, very fast movement phase. Actually, if I move that though, then you could pick up something, right?
It's the bottom of 5. There's no more picking up.
There's no more picking up. Okay, yeah, that's true.
The game ends at the end of this.
Yep.
What can you do to me?
That's true. That's true. So what can I do actually? Ooh, I don't even know. All right, let's just go and see. It's very unlikely I do anything here because
this has been a very close game the whole time.
But I can maybe get assassin. I think that's doable. But
yeah, I do have a librarian just chilling here all by himself.
So let's start here. Multi-melt is only 24-inch range, so I don't think that's going to be range, but maybe.
No, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but is the back multi-melt in range? Because I should probably shoot that first if it is. No. But I can see the base of this guy, so I will shoot the multi-melter there.
Yeah.
So multi-melter there, everything else that can see into the back unit there. So 2 multi-melter shots.
All right.
Gross. And then let's do the 1 missile. Or do I do? Yeah, 1 missile. I already said 1.
The dice gods are upset at Ethan today, and I don't know why. But
oh my goodness!
Oof.
All right, this guy multi-melta everything. Blah blah blah. Let's go. Multi-melta first. Those do hit. Those do wound.
They both do. Yeah.
So.
I fail both. So
First
roll your
one?
damage.
3.
Cool.
Second one?
That'll kill this one.
5.
And that'll kill this one.
All right. Crack missile. Hits. Wounds, because you're in my contagion range, so you are reduced by 1. Oh, D6. Come on.
I have a guy on 1 wound.
All right, and then the little guns. 1 is lethal, and then 1 wound. So that's 2 wounds at AP, essentially 0, but you have 3 ups because of contagion.
3 ups.
Nothing.
And I might have made it so your Plague Burst Crawler can't see me anymore. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think I can, but I could still.
You can still mortar me. Yeah.
But how many OC do you have?
I still have 14 OC on that.
I don't even think there's a possibility. I think I just basically have to shoot everything there.
Yeah, you'd have to remove. You'd have to eat through. You have to eat through him, and then 2 more Terminators, and even then I still have 8 OC from the Strike Marines.
Yeah, it's just not going to work. Well, the Terminators are how many OC?
Right now they're 3 each. Because of that banner sitting in there.
Oh, goodness.
That said, you still haven't been trying for Assassinate.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot everything there. That obviously the flamers are in range. So
Did you mortar with that one too?
No, I haven't shot anything with this one.
Okay. That was
these
just
guys.
those. Okay, cool.
So he hasn't shot that either. So that guy's gonna shoot everything there. So the stubbers, 1 lethal and 1 hit, 2 wounds.
Okay. Any
Not
AP?
in range of the thing, so no AP on these.
I do take a damage.
1 damage.
Down to 2.
D6 plus 3 shots. 5.
You'll need 1 to sneak through.
1 lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And
So 3.
are you toughness?
I'm toughness 5.
It's only strength.
Exactly. So 3.
But you're not with contagion range.
3s. You still with me on 3s.
Yeah. So 3 because of the lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 because lethal.
Yeah.
And you are AP 1 and I'm not in cover.
Yes.
So this will be 3s.
Well,
And CPing won't help me. So you do get assassinate.
that will give me assassinate, and then I guess the other guy just shoots. It doesn't even do anything because it's impossible.
Hey, you might pick up that Terminator there. I put it on the apothecary even. Not if that matters.
It's impossible. I think that's it. I think because no matter what I kill there, you're still OC. I'm only OC 5, so there's no possible way of me taking that from you.
Okay.
So I can't really do anything there. So final score there.
Final score, I'm showing 58 to me, 37 to you. A very low scoring back and forth
That
game with
is
2 very elite armies.
It's a very low scoring game.
30 what?
37. 58 to 37.
So 58 to 37 there.
And we-
that was a good game.
Yeah.
So,
we also learned today that feel no pains don't work for you against me.
Thanks for coming on. Sadly, the Grey Knights did take this one, but don't worry, Mortarion, he can't die, so he'll be back.
And in fairness, neither can Draigo.
Can he?
He'll be back too.
I don't know about that.
No,
one.
he's been cursed to roam the warp forever.
By who?
One of the greater demons. In fact, it might have been Morty himself, actually.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a demon though, so that can't be possible.
Yeah, I guess. That's one of those
But-
lovely things about lore and tabletop, right? In
But,
the lore, Demon Primarch just don't have the demon keyword.
They did that specifically so Draco can't have an advantage because that'd be unfair.
Clearly.
But again, thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you guys want to see next. If you enjoyed the video, again, anything, improvements or things you'd like to see, always trying to make it better. We're still making changes frequently. Again, let us know, and thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.